Morning folks, how are you? Hope you're all okay. Right, quick inbox review I'm going to do this morning. The only reason I've picked this kit is, well, number one, it's new in the stash for me, and number two, I've heard a lot of guys slating this particular company recently. Number three, it's brand new tooling as well. I believe it's just come out, and I've just checked on the box as well. It is 2017. And I've basically had a quick look through the box. I haven't done anything, as you'll see, because all the bags are still intact and everything. And I'm afraid to say, guys, it's another wingy thing. However, not so much a wingy thing. It's a blades thing, shall we say. Anyway, without ado, that is the inbox review of the AH-64D Longbow Apache, kit number 2748. It's in 1/48 scale. It's a new addition to the stash, and I've wanted one of these for a long time because they are beasts, and I absolutely love them. The firepower on these is immense. It really is, and it's the first bit of helicopter I've actually got into the stash, and I love helicopters too. Anyway, yeah, so it's fully upgraded molds, as it says. I've noticed with Italeri, they've started to, I think, come into partnership with the Boeing. So obviously, you know, they've got the thing for rights to show these type of things a bit more detailed, I suppose. So it's kit number 2748. It's 2017 mouldings. You've got super decal sheet, and one of the other reasons I got this as well is because you can actually do a British version of one of these, which I'm well chuffed with, because I to be honest, guys, you'll probably pull me up on this, and all the Rivet counters will probably pick me up on this, but bear in mind, I haven't done any revising or anything like this. It's just off the top of what I've just found. It's the first Apache that I've done anyway, because I've built a couple in the past that have actually got British markings on it, so I'm well chuffed, because that's the version I'm going to do. So let's have a look at the box. Let's move that out of the way. So you get your English, Italian, German, French, Russian, and Spanish all down the sides. Kit number again there. This is another thing I like about Italeri kits. It's a bit like the Edward ones. On one side of the box, edge of the box, they do it that way. So if you want to stick your kit like that, or the other side, they do it like that. So if you want to stick your kits that way, I quite like that. Anyway, simple things, eh? So on this side, they do it that way. You've got a colour call out there. It tells you that the kit's going to be 31.2 centimetres when built. You've got super decal sheet again for 5 versions. On this side, you've got the same colour call out as on that side. And it tells you the paints and everything. You need to be 14 plus to build this kit. And there it says 2017 Italeri. On this side, of course, let me just put my cap back on my paintbrush, or something to damage it. I have a knack of knackering paintbrushes up at the minute for some reason. And there you go, and same again on that side, but there. Again, Italeri, a nice little touch they have, what sort of kit it is: helicopters, aircraft, or armour. And then again, we come back to the front. Okay, so what do we get in this kit? So let's open the box. The top opening box, which again I quite like. Let's put that there. So you get your instructions, which are, and you get your colour call outs, and then you get clear parts 1, 2, 3, 4 sprues, and your decal sheet. So let's start as we came out the box. So the decal sheet, very nice, and they're Italeri ones, so they're not made by Cartograph or anything. You get your cockpit details there, which are quite nice. In fact, they're very nice actually. I have actually got the Edward photo etch, I think, for this, but it's actually for the Hasegawa kit, I believe, but it's exactly the same version, so I'm hoping it's going to fit. But again, if not, you just sort of make modifications, don't you, and try and make them fit. I am terrible at cockpit painting, and I'm also terrible at masking, so I don't care how easy it is to mask. I always try and get a masking set, because that's the only time I ever balls up aircraft usually. I mean, I'm not very good at them anyway, but I always balls up on the cockpit. So yeah, Italeri decals, if you show them in the light, you can see where they've been printed and the film over the top, which sometimes can mean it's a bit bad because they are a bit thick, but yeah, it's not too bad. They are quite nice. Let's see if we can get a close-up of these. So there's all your decals. Let's have a look in particular. Sorry guys, but being as I am British, let's have a close look at the British ones. I don't know if you can see, but if you have a look where the light's shining, you can actually see where the film is actually cut off. But again, that's not too bad. Not bothered about that really. So that's not too bad. They're okay for starters, quite nice and clear. So our first sprue is the Fuselage. I am going to cut these open. Move my fingers out of the way because I have a horrible tendency of cutting myself live on camera. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got the main fuselage, which is very nice. The raised details though, that's a downside really, especially here because you've got all the nuts and the actual panels and that, and they are separated lines. So again, I mean, what if you wanted to be really fussy with the kit, what you could do is with the time and effort is sand over the lot and then re-scribe them all with your Rosie the Riveter or your riveted things that you've got. But again, nice detail, very crisp. And you've got your cockpit boat, your actual thing. You've got the panel lining detail, your tools details and everything. And there, your rear wings, which are very nice. And then these are they your engines, your exhausting parts? And you've got part where I take it the propeller will go, which again is nice. It's very nice plastic as well. It's not cheap plastic by any stretch of the imagination. And the detail again on this is lovely, nice and crisp. Very, very well detailed. Inside, there's not all that detail on the inside of the cockpit. However, there's a bit of a sink mark there. Just perhaps going to have to eject a pin mark there. It's going to have to be sanded, but again, with a bit of time and effort, I mean, it's pretty solid as well, that bit. So when you're sanding, I mean, I'd take care anyway, but but again, let's have a look, see if we can get a close up of the. Let's just see if we turn this off. No, it's not very good, is it? It's no better really. Let's have a look. So you can get it in the sun, the light. You can see in the light, you can gradually see it in the light. But the plastic is very good. Now you can see the cockpit both. The bathtub, sorry, the cockpit tub. But yeah, not bad detailing at all there. I'll give you that one. Italeri, so that is Sprue A, that is. Okay, so next sprue is the glass. Again, I've already spotted something which I don't particularly like on this one, but I'm sure it won't be too bad. Very, very clear. No sort of scuff marks on that at all, really. Not that I can see anyway. You've actually got the wiper blade that's a bit separate here. That's what it is. Looks like it anyway. You've got half of the cockpit glass there, the canopy glass there, and then you've got the other half here. So I suppose if you wanted to, you could have it posed as open, the doors open if you wanted, the glass open so you could see properly in the cockpit, because this kit doesn't come with any figures. But again, it's clear, it's crisp. It's not bad at all. And you've got the insides as well. It's all detailed inside. I don't want to touch it too much. I don't want fingerprints over it too much. Again, you've got a nice bit of detailing just on the inside there, and it's actually raised so you can paint it and it'll look nice. That is Sprue C, so that's not too bad. Good bit of detailing, not many scuff, well, there's no scuff marks that I can see anyway, and that's close up. So that's the cockpit. Then you get 2 sprues in this bag, which I do not like at all, but still, hey ho. Let's just chop this part open. This part's already open slightly. So you get 2 sprues in this one. The first of the sprues we'll pull out, and this is Sprue D. So you get where the engine is. I take it in that one more. Oh no, this is down the sides. I think this is they're just below the cockpit in that one. You got your missiles, weapons there, which are not bad. There's some sort of fuel line, is it perhaps, or something? Again, my knowledge on these aircraft are terrible again at the minute. I need to really go back up with my research again on this. But again, the detailing on this is crisp, very nicely moulded. It's not cheap plastic as well. I mean, you have got a lot of it. If you just see here where you have to chop all the little nibs off, the excess sprue bits off there. Very Dragon-esque that is. I know when I do a Dragon kit, I tend to have a little pot on the side, and I cut them and save them on the side and put them in there, because when you're making your sprue glue, these parts are fantastic because they melt dead easy. It doesn't take long for them to melt. So I do that and that's done. But again, not bad. Close up look. Let's see if I can get my little cardboard helper. Cardboard helper, he said. Sorry, I've knocked the camera there, guys. Okay, it's not bad. Not bad detailing at all. See in the light, you can catch the bolts and the panel lines. So that's that one. And then the final sprue, which is Sprue. Let me see. Can't find it anywhere, which is typical. Anyway. Bye, doesn't matter. Right. So yeah. So here we've got the blades for the helicopter. Again, good detailing on the connections onto the engine and very nice there again. There you've got your main gun underneath the cockpit, which again is well detailed, very crisp around the edges, and also where you've got the sort of air filter at the bottom, and you've got also a bit of a wire going in, so you don't necessarily need to add aftermarket wiring. That does actually look like a wire as well, unlike a lot of things. Again, you've got your bomb and missile carriers. The wheels aren't particularly great, so perhaps a couple of bits of aftermarket there. They've got no treads on them or anything. You've got your rear propeller, your wheels, legs, and then your rear wings. And then you've got your seats, which again not bad, moulded, and you've actually got your tool inside your cockpit panel. So that's not too bad. You've got raised detail on that as well. So if you haven't sourced any aftermarket, you put your decals on, or you don't want your decals on, whatever, a bit of dry brushing over that and a nice wash will pick out all that detail. Again, the seats are lovely moulded. You've actually got, I don't know if you'll be able to see from there, but I'll give you a close up. It actually can tell the actual material of the seat on there, and the seat belts are on there as well, which are nice. You've got your bombs and your missiles. So altogether, I mean, it's 4 or 5 sprues. It's not going to be a terribly hard kit to build. Again, your instrument panel again there, more raised detail, which is nice. The propellers are nicely and thick, feel not thick, but good plastic again. So yeah, let's see if you can pick out that detail on there. Lovely picked out detail there on the instrument panel. Let's have a look at the gun. Where's the machine gun gone? Machine gun at the top there. That's nicely done. So yeah, all in all, it's not a terrible kit by any stretch of the imagination. So another little close up of the gun. So yeah, it's not a bad kit, guys. So that's the sprues, and then of course the instructions. You get the colour call out. So you get your Hellfire missiles, how to paint them and add your stencils on. It's a booklet type colour call out. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versions you can do. Most of them are your olive drab, and of course you've got your Japanese self-defense one there, which aren't bad at all. So yeah, there's your colour call outs for that one. And then we come to the instructions. Again, it gives you a bit of information about the kit number, and then it's in, which is a shame really, but it's a big sort of booklet type thing. Instruction booklet. So it's going to be a bit awkward to review it, guys, so I'll just show you so you know it's like that. So there you go. You've got your sprue map, and then your colours, the suggested colours that the Italeri reckon you should use. And then of course you've got your, it starts with the cockpit, and then already on sort of part 2 you're sticking the fuselage together and the cockpit details and everything in there. So yeah, again, it's not, it doesn't look an overly hard kit, but at the same time it's not an overly easy kit, because you've got of course a lot of detail in that in the cockpit areas and that. And then at the back you've got like a little cutout part here that you can put on your, send them off to Italeri and explain what's wrong or whatever else is you're missing there. And then just hang on 2 ticks. Right, guys, and then I've also sourced this, which is the it's for the AH-64D, which is the right one, but it's actually for the Hasegawa kit. So I'm hoping it'll fit. So this is the Aftermarket Edward stuff that I've got for this. Now I do, like I say, try and get the masks and aftermarket detailing sets for the inside of the cockpit, but I don't tend to try and buy much else for them, because I think it's just, you know, a bit of a waste of money really. I know a lot of you guys will be saying, yeah, but so's this, a lot of wasted money, but hey ho, that's my choice at the end of the day, I suppose, isn't it? So yeah, in this you get like your instruction manual and everything for it, and how to add all the bits on and what bits you need to remove. And then also you get like a little sticker, a couple of bits here that you stick on for the actual screens, which I think is a bit of a cop out really by Edward, but I suppose if they're going to add all that on, then they're going to have the full instrument panels in here, I suppose. But yeah, you get your seat belts as well, but again, we're not reviewing that because it doesn't come in the kit. So that's just a quick look at that. So there you are, guys. There's the review of this kit. It's quite a nice kit. I will enjoy building that, because it's going to be my first helicopter as well, unless I invest in another one before then. I fancy building that. I am thinking of investing this to the Gulf Wars build, but the next build I'm going to do is the Phantoms, possibly. So I have said that that's going to be my next build, but I still keep thinking of something else I want to build instead. I don't know. I'm going through that time in a month, shall we call it, in modelling, where you can't decide what you want to build. You have a kit that you want to build, and then suddenly you think, oh no, but I won't fancy that instead. So plus the Joe's Group build as well. I've got the T-34s on the go. I keep trying to want to weather them, and then all I've got to do is weather them, and then it's done. And then of course I've got to do all the figures as well, but it's just, I just can't motivate myself at the minute. Plus not great news with health wise neither. But it's birthday today, so there you go, quick birthday review for you. Anyway, hope you're all well, guys. Hope you all stay safe, and may the force be with you.